Another dimension. Take that kid in the leather jacket. You get out. You go to Dimension X with Krang and his friends, man. You're done. You lost this Crossfire game. In the upper left, in the red, we have our Protoss player. He is
Grandmaster, SK Telecom T1 Ray.
Jesus, we talked about this, how I'll tell you afterwards.
In the bottom right, we have our Zerg player, and he is
New Challenger, STXO hyvaa.
We talked about this like years ago on the GSL, how like where the foot soldiers hang out is actually the cool kids. It's like skateboards and video games.
That place.
Smoking or
smoking and gambling. That's a place where all the kids in the Ninja Turtles movie, they all went.
Yeah, to become foot soldiers.
Of course they went there.
It's like, send me to Dimension X, man. Damn.
I'm like, this is so cool. If I'm 15, all I know is I could skateboard and play video games and learn how to be a ninja. Like, you think I'm going to stay in school for that?
Yeah, really.
Of course not.
Like, but I really look up to April O'Neil.
No, man. Actually, you ever play the game Tournament Fighters, the fighting game, Ninja Turtles?
There was a fighting game for Ninja Turtles?
Oh, yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds actually really fun.
It was not bad.
You know, I know you still haven't done what you should do and watched all of Dragon Ball Z.
No, I don't think I'm going to ever get there. At least
no,
not
I don't
for a
think
while.
you will either. I don't think you ever will, but I do hold out hope.
How does it end?
What?
How does it end?
Well, I'm not going to tell you. All
right.
But
I'm going to go Wikipedia on our break.
Yeah, you do that. You do that. But no, there was a fighting game for all the Dragon Ball Z characters called Budokai.
Oh, that's supposed to be like one of the best ones.
It was like the old ones, like Budokai 2 or something. I bought and like
that's the one you can jump up super high, right?
Yeah, you can fly and
I've
stuff.
actually seen this. That's supposed to be like so amazing.
A godly game, and like my brother and I played it so much tasteless.
Oh, I bet.
And then like the new one came out and we played, and we're like, oh, this isn't as good. Yeah, they like added too much to it. It was like such a beautiful game before. But anyways,
well, sometimes the beauty is in the simplicity of the game and not in like overcomplicating.
And it wasn't too simple or anything. It's just the newer versions we didn't like, so we just stopped playing it.
I think the only game that the new versions keep getting better than the older ones are the Street Fighters
and Starcraft.
And Starcraft, yeah.
But yeah, Street Fighter definitely. All right, so it's a Forge Fast Expand from Rain, very standard. For Hyvaa, everything completely standard as well. He'll definitely go for a third hatch right away, because he was even doing that against Gateway Expands. So, all right, nothing new has happened yet.
All right, for a second he was going to make the Gateway there to keep that walled in even tighter.
Yep.
He'll go ahead and wait for the Cybernetics core first. Zerg now taking a third base. This is becoming more and more common for Zergs to take that location and for the third.
Yeah, I would say pretty much every single game now. And in fact, you know, when I play this map, if I go Sky Toss, I definitely take that base as my third.
Oh, yeah.
Any other strat, I take the other base. But we don't know what Rain is going to do yet. I do wonder. You think he'll go Stargate? I think for sure Stargate.
Yeah, I think Stargate.
Like this map. Like you can go Stargate.
He has to win.
And one Robo Colossus off one gate and take a third all at the same time. And get a Twilight too. Actually, you can do all of that at once. Because this map is like so easily defensible.
Alright, well, some drones are being transferred now. And that Stargate is on the way. I think we can expect to see Phoenixes here.
Yeah. Void Rays would not be terrible. There's a lot of free air you can fly around, like if you actually go for a Sky Toss build here, so it's not like a really bad way to play. But Rain, it does not strike me as a Sky Toss type of guy, you know?
Yeah, I gotta agree with that.
Some people are Sky Tosses and some people are not. And did you know that Air Toss is an anagram of Artosis?
Oh my god, I think that's actually correct. Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is, yeah.
It actually is.
What is Tasus an anagram for?
Dummy, poop head. Think there's no P in tasteless?
It's like it's an
you
anagram.
Almost got me.
It's an anagram for tastals. So like no, no, it's not. Actually, somebody needs to find out what is it. Tasteless an anagram for.
There's
tweet at me.
Websites where you can just type any word in.
Oh, I guess that would make sense, wouldn't there be?
Yeah.
Even to these rhyming websites. Just you'll type in any word and you'll find everything that rhymes with it. Well, no, I'm telling you that they exist.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to think.
You don't have to actually like. He's like, I don't know if I've been to those or not. I'm like, this is a hard question, man.
I was trying to remember this poem that I read. There was like some thread with trash talking in it or something, and I read this poem, Tasteless. That was so funny. It was written in all caps. It doesn't work without the caps, so imagine what I say.
Sure, yeah.
It was like, roses are red, violets are blue. Blizzard thinks Terran don't OP, but they do.
That's so funny.
No, but it do. Oh,
but
damn
it.
Do. No, it was like perfect because it was like the worst English ever. And like, but it do OP.
That's so funny. I love stuff like that.
Yeah. That was a beautiful.
All right, the beginning of the harass is underway here now. We have the 3 Phoenixes coming out, and the Robo is about to finish here. +1 attack for the Zealots. And meanwhile, the Zerg is going to be teching the Hydras as well as getting the speed upgrade for the Zerglings.
That's right. Well, we'll see what Hyva wants to get done here. I do like the style that Hyva's using where he grabs that 1 evoke, the plus ranged attack. It's kind of like what he did before. Gives him a little bit more to play with as far as his minerals and gas.
Just barely took out that Gleam before it landed again. And Protoss is probably going to go and take the 4th base up here.
Yeah, he's playing so safely, Rain is, because he's getting his +1, he's getting his Colossus tech up, very normal. But he also got his extra gateways a little bit faster to make sure that he would be completely fine here.
Whoa, okay, Ling's going to try to sneak up into the main, but they do not manage to get there. And we have an Observer now on the way.
All right, well, that Observer going to do a little bit of scouting out there, no doubt. The Phoenix is going to stay active for a very long time. And we have an infestation pit for Hyva going down.
Ooh. Nice block off there.
Yeah, really good.
Rain not missing a beat right now. Big difference between Rain and Party today. Look at that. Perfect force fields, cleaning up everything.
Really, really nice play.
Yeah.
So I wonder what this infestation pit's going to do. I think he's going to go straight into high.
I think that's what he's going to do. I don't think he's going to sit on layer for a while.
Yeah, if he goes like Swarm Host right now, I'll actually be a little bit surprised. And he does. He actually is going to go Swarm Host again. And he did this before, which means his 4th base is going to be taken right now. And there, bam, 4th base. So this is just kind of what Hyva's macro style is right now in ZVP.
And we got 3 Stargates here for our Protoss.
Ooh, okay. So this is actually like...
This can actually be very effective against Swarmos play, by the way.
Yeah, you know, if he overwhelms the Hydras 1 time, there's a good chance he'll clean up absolutely everything. Now, it's kind of interesting because this isn't exactly Skytoss, and it isn't exactly Colossus Void Warrior. Well, I guess it is exactly Colossus Void Warrior, but it's not exactly the way that many people do it. So, I'm excited to see how this composition works out, because I think it's going to work out really well. The Void Ray is going to be slightly later than Skytoss normally goes, but with the added in Colossi, the Hydras are going to be a joke.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Not even a really funny one.
Notice he's been doing a good job scouting. Is he going to see these 3 Stargates?
Ooh,
and he will.
Well, that's all the information in the entire universe right there. Because once he sees that, he knows exactly what's being made and what can be afforded, which is literally what's being made that we see now. Colossus, a couple upgrades, a lot of Void Rays. So
he's going to go ahead and stay on the 3 bases now for a little while. And with the Warp Prism coming out here, this might be a good time for him to go ahead and try to push out, apply a little bit of pressure.
Yeah.
And then maybe even fly that Warp Prism in there, try to take out the Spire he's making.
He's adding his gates as well. You know, we actually have a Spire coming up. And I don't have a problem with that, but what I want to see, is the Hive that he just started. I would have liked to see that actually started before the Spire, because if someone's going Void Rays and you're trying to go Corruptors to counter it, it's like, it might work out, but there's always a chance that
backfire.
That they win because you did that.
Warp Prism spotted. Let's see if Hyva noticed it on the minimap.
All right, so Rain's starting to come out. He's going to clear that 4th base area because he needs to take a 4th base. So there's a good chance this game is going to last a very long time.
He looks like he's in great shape to engage this harass, by the way. Those Hydras in the main.
Yeah, I don't think the Warp Prism will probably end up doing too much this time, but you got to keep those Warp Prisms going. He is actually getting Warp Prism speed, and that makes a lot of sense. Even though they're a lot faster now, with speed, they are still far better.
Oh, yeah.
It's still a very worthwhile upgrade. Especially when you're going into a game like this that is so likely to last a long time.
Rain could be in trouble here. Second Warp Prism coming out here now has not yet been spotted.
And just cleaning up the Locust for now. I feel like Rain actually needs to proceed forward a bit and push back the creep.
Yeah, I agree with that.
There's no way that that would be an overextension right now. And if he just pushes the creep back a little bit, the Locusts don't go nearly as far. It's a very powerful move.
All right, here comes the Warp Prism now. Is it going to go to the fort? They go to the main. We're going to see soon. And the main it will go to. Oh, actually, if he gets that Spire, though.
That would be huge, yeah.
That would be.
Well, you know what, actually? If I'm still making Void Rays and I see Corruptors popping out, I might just leave the Spire. Yeah, go ahead, please. I target the Hydralisk then. That scares me more.
All right, so he did manage to hold up this attack with suffering minimal losses here.
I love that we do have...
I mean, even that Queen not dying.
I really want to see some Vipers pop out. You know, this is such an expensive army that we're seeing from Rain, and it's so ridiculously gas-heavy, too, that there's probably going to be slightly less High Templars than normal. So I feel like it's never bad when you're at Hive to grab at least one Viper against anything in the whole world, but especially against this, I would like to see some.
Yeah. No, I agree with that 100%. It looks like he's going to try to get control in between the fourth base and the second base here for Rain. Rain going to go in here with another harass, and he's just out of range of that Spore Crawler, which is super nice. The Corruptor's now turning around,
and this is a nice warp in. He is likely to get quite a bit here, and in fact, a huge chunk of Hive's army has to turn around.
Yeah,
and if he's quick, he can get out, but looks like he'll probably lose that Warp Prism.
That's okay, though, because he has another Warp Prism out and on the move right now.
That's right, he's almost alternating Colossi and Warp Prisms at this point. A lot more drones being produced right now. He's actually going to be up almost at 90.
Now Protoss is going to start moving out, actually with a slight supply advantage over the Zerg here. Now, this is a lot of Spine Crawlers, which is going to make this pretty impossible to break.
Yeah, it's going to be very hard, but the Void Rays can kill him very quickly. He has to be careful, though. In fact, both sides do, because with those Archons mixed in, if the Corruptors clump up, they're going to die even worse than normal, if you can imagine such a thing.
Now the Warp Prism coming down here now. I don't know if there's much hope for this, though. As you can see, there's already a lot of Corruptors chasing him. Now, that's fine, even though it might not do that much damage, the Warp Prism here, because at least the Colossi could continue to push down here without those Corruptors coming up in a big horde and taking everything out.
One interesting thing to point out is that Neural Parasite is around, and there's a good number of infestors, about 6 out right now, and some more on the way. So Neural Parasite actually can come into play here. If you grab, let's say, an Archon and starts hitting those Void Rays out of the clump,
yeah, absolutely.
or even, you know, grab a couple Void Rays, that can be big too. Of course, right here, Chain Fungal is going to be winning the day out.
Yeah. That Link's been in here now doing a good amount of damage right now. No, Protoss is nearly maxed out, so he can't warp in that many units to deal with this. And that's going to trigger the entire army to be pulled back over here.
That's kind of painful.
Yeah, it's got to be frustrating.
Yeah, this gives Hive a lot of time to either, you know, maybe push some more creep, get another base going, because I would like to see him grab a 5th base. And just, you know, his upgrades are all coming along very, very well.
All right. You know, Hive is doing a great job with his map control. He just needs to get that extra base up, as we pointed out here. And it looks like that location might actually be down there in the bottom center. But, you know, Rain is doing a very good job of trying to stay active on the map, keep Hive uncomfortable when it comes to moving around.
Well, Hive is playing this very carefully.
Yes.
Very, very carefully. I've never seen him actually play this carefully. He's not overextending anywhere. Yeah, he's staying behind his line. He's just trying to not screw up, basically. And it's working out quite well for him, because he's definitely not screwing up. He's playing a strong game.
I can't believe he didn't get that pylon back there, but he's going to go ahead and turn around now.
Yeah. Still not a single Viper made this game.
And again, that is a little bit weird.
There we go. He starts a single Viper for me, so I'll shut up. Looks like he gets a hatch and an infestor there. It's nice.
You got to wonder if these warp prism pathways have become a little bit too predictable. You know?
Yeah.
Top, bottom, top, bottom, top, bottom, top, bottom.
That's true. Going through the middle can be a bit harder, but you know what? He has a path where he could get his warp prism across the map pretty quickly.
That is true.
Now, oh, look at those Void Rays. Pulled back and split. Very, very well done, but the Locusts come in and start hitting some of these high Templars. You've got to be very careful about that.
All right, now Storm will completely destroy these Locusts if he opts to use it in this situation.
Looks like he's trying to hit feedbacks on the Infestors instead there. And there's not really much of a dent being made in Hiva right now. And you can see that reflected in his huge mineral bank.
Yeah, that's true. Hiva could just sit back. And I love the mass spine crawlers here in the main.
Yeah.
Making this harass like this look almost foolish.
Yeah, you should always do this against Protoss at this stage in the game.
Oh, yeah.
Hiva's playing so carefully, man. He's not overextending on his expands. He's setting up these defenses, as you just mentioned. And he's actually bleeding off units that he doesn't care about and replacing with infestors.
Yeah.
Because I think he's realized that with the spells that he has on these infestors right now, how do you ever break his front lines?
And swarm hosts, excuse me, and all this other stuff.
Yeah, you mix a few Vipers in there, you make a few more, spines and spores.
I think the Vipers are key here because if he can actually harpoon the Colossi and pull him in.
Or even, the thing is, every time
or even the Archon, or there's so many things,
if he harpoons anything, it costs him no money.
Yeah.
Whereas this is a split map scenario right now. It's not a full split, but it's split enough.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, looks like the 5th base for the Zerg now. He's trying to acquire this over here in the bottom left, closer to the Zerg side.
Now, here come these Locusts. Hiva has to be careful. Ooh, nice feedback there on that Viper. And he's actually adding a couple Ultras. I don't think I like that.
Well, he might be getting the Ultras den just now because he has the money. And then start making them actually later on.
He made 2, though, which is like...
Oh, yeah.
What are 2 Ultras going to do right now? Wait a minute. Yeah, he did. He does have 2 of them out right now. Some good feedbacks going down. The Fungal's not being quite as effective as what he really wants. This is a pretty effective attack so far.
Yeah.
And look at that. He sends those High Templars towards the Infestors. And here come these 2 Ultras
awkwardly coming out now.
Yeah.
Nice storms there on the Corruptors.
Yeah, really nice storms. Rain doing a fantastic job right now. Just an absolutely fantastic job so far. 1 Colossus has been picked off here. Yeah. He was way more cost-efficient all that than Hiva was.
The swarm hosts actually not all synced up when they released the Locusts, right? Is that intentional or unintentional?
Well, that's an interesting thing. I've been thinking about that a lot, and I think when you get to a certain number, it's better to have them not 100% synced up so that you have a constant line threatening High Templars.
That's what I was thinking, is the Umbro 4 and then bro them again?
Yeah, something like that. Because then the High Templars are, like, always in danger.
5th base for the Zerg, gone before I can finish that sentence.
These Locusts gonna hit that pylon and kill it before I clap my hands. That was the funniest thing you ever said.
That was so funny. So, the real issue here is that, despite Zerg being, impenetrable right now, the Zerg can't get up a 5th base. Zerg can't get up a 5th base, and Protoss can. Protoss just wins. And so far, I don't see how Zerg's going to be able to get that extra base up, despite having all this money banked up.
Well,
he can spend it easily and then just end up losing.
It seems to me, Tasteless, like Rain's complete plan here is keep hitting this side. That blocks that whole side that he's taking his 5th on, from there being a 5th for Hiva or his 5th being attacked. And then he's just constantly warping in on the right-hand side. And the thing is, if you look at the supply Hiva has, he has it completely in Corruptor, Infestor, Swarm Hosts, and none of those are going to be good against Zealot harassment. So I feel like he needs to bleed a few units off, and then have some units on the right side of the map. Okay, here you go. He actually has Ultras there now, and as much as I don't really like Ultras versus composition, they're going to stop their harassment over there, which is the important part.
He's finally going for Tempest now.
That's cool. Okay. Use those to help push in, push back infestors, hit spines and stuff. Thing is, you have to be targeting those consistently, or they'll just attack Locusts all day long.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Ultralists now coming up here, and it looks like they're going to breach this location. How many minerals? No, there are no minerals, excuse me.
Yeah,
so he's about to mine out from everything. Can you check the Zerg for me? How is Zerg doing on minerals?
All right, well, Natural and Main, of course, gone. Fourth base getting pretty low, and the third is completely gone. So actually, his fifth base is becoming more and more important here.
Uh-oh, a bunch of infestors moving up here now, going to this fifth base location.
I don't think this is going to work.
I think he's already pre-prepared for this.
Yeah, that's rough.
Oh man, he actually intercepts these infestors!
Well, yeah.
Oh, that is beautiful!
Well,
man, so much damage dealt there.
Yeah, Rain has dealt with this very well. You know, Hiva is maxed out and has a very scary army and whatnot, but based upon the way these two have been playing against each other during this game, and based upon that one engagement, I would say that Rain is going to take this.
I have to agree with you, Artosis. I think Rain gets this.
Hiva needs a third, or a fifth rather, like a few minutes ago. And he doesn't have it. Rain is continuing to be efficient with his army. I love the spreading that we see.
And look at this push forward here with Tempest in the back over here. Storm's coming down on the Locust. He is committing to pushing through right now. The Corruptors have not been pulled out yet. I think he doesn't have enough Corruptors to win the air fight, by the way.
Oh, you know, he almost just chain fungal death every High Templar in half the Void Race.
Oh my god, that
was so close. Huge. Oh my god. Would have been brutal. Well, more and more Tempests are coming out.
Now upgrading everything air-related.
And he has the mothership.
Yep.
Don't see it as often, but it's really good against Locust-based armies.
Well, it's also great in this phase of the game.
Yeah. If you
got to improve your death ball.
It's one of the only ways.
It is. It absolutely is. The infestors slowly but surely chewing away through this map. Anything that's in its way.
Now Rain coming back up to this side. He realizes, I think, that he's going to have to go up and kill that base pretty soon. You know, these Ultras, I just see them as the biggest waste of money so far this game.
Oh, I know, right? Considering he's been stuck on 4 bases the whole time, you can't even really support Ultras that well on 4 bases.
Have you ever seen mass upgraded Void Rays against Ultras?
Yes, I have.
It's bad. It's really bad.
I guess he wants to just barrel in here and then fungal all the Stargates, or not Stargates, well, any Stargate unit, but man. All right, Ultra's coming up here now. The Immortal over here to try to fight them off. But you know, this is the beauty of the Tempest when you have them not this far away, is they can shoot so much damage out there, oftentimes without even leaving home.
Huge Storm Blankets going down to keep those Corruptors back. A lot of Psystorm available right now, and Void Ray is going to chew through these very expensive Ultras. Just barely not getting that Nexus.
Oh my god.
So close.
If Protoss throws down and puts a bunch of cannons over there and saves that again, that's going to be a real hassle for the Zerg to get again.
Yeah, and now another base going to be canceled. Ouch.
Oh, and he's going for Oracles now. How about that?
I'm wondering if
I think he just wants to make sure no matter what he can see those Swarm Hosts.
I think you're right. He's just going to tag everything and push forward with this huge Tempest count. Very ridiculously efficient set of units.
Man, Rain is really impressive today.
Very strong
Tempest continue to chew away over here at this defense. And if the Zerg loses this defense, the Zerg does lose this game.
Yeah, this is really it. Hiva is low on money. His 5th base still hasn't morphed in. And it's going to get harder and harder, man. Rain is still mining a lot. Here come the Corruptors. Void Rays should be able to come up and deal with this. Some Psystorms going down, and they are so low on health.
Yep.
Gets a mothership, but that's it.
More stalkers coming here now on the low ground. The push continues onward. Supplies 145 to 105.
We should see some tagging. There you go. And he can see everything incoming. Nice fungal, but it does get picked off. Just much more efficiency for Rain here.
Oh, yeah.
He was actually down in efficiency way back when he was first pushing into that area, and now he's up by 6,000 resources.
So these Lings still get that 5th base, but Protoss can remake that. Zerg is almost out of time here.
Now, to be fair, Rain is barely mining after losing that Nexus, but...
Well, also note, you know, Hyva is actually now taking the upper right.
You know, I really love this finishing move with the Oracles. I think it's so smart.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
He's being so careful about it because the Tempest can shoot a lot further than they can see. And you can't be throwing out observers there because things like that happen. And you need to see what's coming without moving forward because otherwise the Corruptors, the Infestors can get in, they can fungal you, things can go wrong. But by tagging everything that you're going to attack, you're really, really safe.
All right, looks like some Zealots are now departing, going over here to the upper right side of the map. And, you know, these Warp Prisms, they never actually became used.
Yeah. He had them ready, but never really mattered.
Well, the Tempests are slowly going to just wipe out everything in the upper right. One thing to note, though, is if these Zealots get the 5th base or not. I think if the Zealots get the 5th base, we could just say GG right then for the Zerg.
Yes, for
Zerg's
sure.
out, but otherwise, this game could go on. He doesn't have quite enough to just get over there, you know? I
think Hive is going to hold on to this base because really, if he's focusing his units anywhere else, it doesn't make too much sense. Because it's like literally what he needs is to keep that alive. Well, let's see. 3-3. Yeah, everyone's got 3-3 on basically
everything.
Most everything. I mean, the plasma shields aren't there, and the air armor isn't, but everything else is. And the units that Hive is making, well, he's making Corruptors, but he's also making quite a few Lings.
Yeah.
And I just wonder what, I guess the Lings are going to be to start taking down buildings in like the Protoss main?
I think it might even be just to go ahead and hit the left, bottom left. If Protoss pushes forward any farther,
yeah.
send these cheap expendable units to wipe that out while you try to sandbag the issue and
that
come up
could be
with
good.
some kind of a solution.
Yeah. Let's see, we have 15 Corruptors out, 9 Infestors. That's very strong anti-air, but... Well, against 5 High Templars, 11 Tempests, and 6 Voids. Still definitely in Rain's favor.
So, looks like the Lings are coming in here now, and okay, they're going to go and try to go into the main. Also, that Nexus is going to be under attack here. A few Templars taken out. That's something going right now for Hiva.
Indeed it is.
What a wild game this is.
You know, I do like the Lings trying to hit in here. You know, even though you can, like, warp in Zealots, the Zealots are more wasted as minerals than the Zerglings are.
It's kind of funny to see how bad the Tempests are against Locust.
Yeah.
You know,
that's
they
actually
don't actually kill those things.
That's the most annoying thing in the whole world.
Yeah.
That's like, I don't even go Tempest against this.
Did that Locust get hit by 4 Tempest shots? Wow, okay.
Still marching forward. Yeah, this is, you have to really babysit an army like that against Stormhost play. You really do. It's like, takes a ton of time.
Oh my god, he's going to get the bit.
Oh
my god.
Well, that spells just about doom, I would say. Okay, he neural parasited Zealots because he wanted to save that so bad.
It didn't work out.
You should have had more there, man. Oh well. Well, the production tab is empty except for 1 Hydra being made. This is actually just, it's become too much. With 7 High Templars in there, it doesn't even matter how good his fungals are, he's not going to be able to kill everything.
The next Nexus is now on the way here. Officially cutting this map in half right now. All Zerg had to do is now take the upper right, and they would each have the respective bases they own. But I gotta say, I mean, Protoss should just be able to continue to push forward and probably be fine.
You are certainly right there, I would say, Tasteless. And here we go. This is the last stand of Hiva.
Yep.
Absolutely no point for him to stand
over there. He knows there's no way he can recover now.
Yeah. At this point, you could attack move his air units, and I think that would probably be enough.
Probably, yeah.
Of course, he's going to go up and control him because this is his job, and why would he attack move all these units after such a long game?
Yeah, he could 1A over there and probably get up, go get a soft drink at the vending machine. No need.
We'll tag in some more spores and whatnot. Still Hiva trying to pull something together, because when you have this many infestors, what if they do clump up? What if you do get that magic chain fungal set?
And then suddenly you're gone. All your hard work for nothing. Nice storm there on top of the swarm host.
Yeah,
beautiful.
Nice fungals. Ooh. He keeps almost getting all the high Templars, but just not quite.
All right, just get a little scrappy here from both sides, but I think, yeah, the inevitable is that he's going to push through and just do the damage he needs to do.
Yeah, up by 90 supply. Hiva's actually done a pretty darn good job this game, but just not quite good enough.
Wow, what an incredible series, Artosis.
Yeah, it was a really good one. Very, very nice. Hiva showing that he can play more than just the crazy aggression. And Rain showing us some strong, solid builds. He really dealt with what Hiva was doing that game very well.
He did. He really did.
Hiva, as weird as it sounds, even though Rain was going pretty heavy on Void Rays, I think Hiva actually focused too much of his supply on Corruptor Infestor. I think he should have gotten a few more Vipers and had enough units to actually keep his 5th on the right-hand side.
Win an engagement where Protoss trying to continue, take out their Colossi, get that 5th, turtle it up again.
Yeah.
That's what I say. Well, so that was a pretty sweet series.
The one thing I'm a bit nervous about is that Hiva played, like, I could write down on a piece of paper right now how Hiva plays a macro game in ZVP. He did the exact same thing in both games.
Yeah.
And, because we haven't seen a ton of macro games out of him, I think that that's probably what he's going to be doing. So any Protosses he faces, I think he's going to have a hard time against now, because he kind of showed the whole map of his macro game.
You definitely got a good point there. We see how his endgame ZVP works, and so far it doesn't work that well. We're going to go to a short little break. When we come back, we're going to have our final best of 3 here at GOMTV.net.